Soda popping, by the way. I think he literally had 50 billion things planned. He crashed out so hard. Everybody was like messaging him like for his plans. He's literally responding to them, not doing it. Message Tyler 1. He actually is, by the way. Like, he's literally not doing anything. Like, he's literally invites, add-ons, meetings, events he had planned. I've never been spammed so much on everything in my life.
Tyler was realizing that being a guild leader is not a dictatorship, and he was starting to regret being in charge.
People are dying. Every time somebody dies, what does that mean? The raid gets pushed back further and further. So then I'm like doing a recount in my head. Okay, we want newbies for the raid. They're never gonna hit 60. Brother, we're like a month and a half in. They still haven't even dinged 60 once. They still have to dungeon. They still have to get gear in dungeon. They're gonna die during that. They're not me. Stop dying, you idiots! Imagine, statistically speaking, if all the 60s are dungeoning, more people are gonna mess up, more people are gonna die. That's gonna delay the raid even longer. Then they have to then when the noobs level 60, they do the dungeons, they're gonna die. It's gonna delay it even longer, even longer, even longer, even longer. There's a bit of a conundrum. Actually, there's a bit of a problem. Bro. I just want to play the game. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I can make only things great again. Give me your phone. Look at what tactics just messaged Kayla. Look at the length of this message. Just forward it to me on Discord. He was actually working on a shit ton of stuff and he just passed it on to me. When do I get to play the game then, bro? When do I get to play the game then, bro?
I think Soda proved his point. He would begin to start working with Tyler more. And in my humble opinion, Tyler 1 as war chief and Soda as chief strategist was actually, unironically, perfect. Soda is much more diplomatic, yet principled. Tyler 1 is very direct, intense, and he rallied the guild and motivated people to push harder. I found this gem. It's a guild meeting before Only Things 1, where Soda is sort of playing up the tension between himself and another member.
You have been trying to start a mutiny. I want to establish dominance and authority that no one can run this guild the way I do. I almost want to give you power for a day just to see you fucking ruin everything. Because I know you can't do it. And I know whoever you think can do it also can't do it. But I'm not going to do that because I don't want to actually fuck things up.
Tyler was borderline almost fucking things up. Tyler would keep Soda on the sidelines for now, but it wouldn't take long before he realized Soda was a valuable asset. Next, Tyler enters a high-stakes negotiation situation with another guild. Only Things found the plans to make the Lionheart helm. Plans are like blueprints. Blacksmiths need them to make items in the game. And the Lionheart helm happens to be the absolute best armored helmet in the game. So the guild could make tons of money, charging a fee to craft the helmet for everyone in the entire server, until another guild found the plans for themselves.
You should want to negotiate with this guild. I recommend bringing a suit and a tie. I mean, if you want to show that you care, I think they're going to get dressed up for it and everything too. So I recommend negotiating and coming to terms with how we're going to handle the Lionheart helm pattern.
I think I saw a YouTube short of their guild leader. He sounds like a dipshit. He tryhards.
I mean, listen, yeah, I'm not going to I don't know these people, Tyler. I don't know them.
He was doing something. He was like, watch your threat. Watch your threat. I've never in my 20 years of playing ever seen anybody pull a threat like that. You pull it again, you're G-kicked. Actually, you might be G-kicked anyway. And they kept raiding. Nobody spoke up.
Tyler would enlist the help of an actual lawyer in the guild. And Yamato?
First, we're going to try and buy the recipe in general. I'm going to assume it's a
right.
no.
That's right. Okay.
But we're going to try. You writing this down, by the way? Why aren't you writing this down?
All right, let's do this.
Okay, so anything less than 10,000 gold, I think we buy it off. It's a pretty rare drop.
Anything less than 10,000.
The second option was for each guild to craft the helmet at a fixed price.
They shouldn't want the price to go down unless they hate us. I've shit-talked their leader several times. I will say this. Yamato here, my advisor. Yamato, say hello.
It's me.
He is a loose cannon. He speaks with his mouth, not his brain. Just saying.
Okay, listen here, I'm just here for intimidation, okay?
Bob, so we're going to negotiate price fixing.
Yes. How should we start the call, bro? Like, hey, what's up, guys? For sure. Like, yo, what's up, dipshits? Talk here.
No. Being adversarial is never good. You know, in negotiations, you want to be friendly. Both sides should gain and lose. We should both walk away happy out of these negotiations.
Tyler put on the closest thing he had to a suit, and the meeting began.
Hello, gentlemen. Good to meet you. My name's Tonk, leader of OnlyFings.
Tyler's lawyer got the conversation going.
Clearly, you guys have reached out for a particular purpose. We're trying to get an understanding of what you guys are looking for. On our end, we're hoping that you guys are willing to sell the recipe to us.
Okay, so we have a product and you're looking to buy it. What is your offer?
We can give you guys 4,000 gold for it.
Is that your best offer?
I mean, I think that's a great starting point.
Tyler was about to be thrown a curveball.
Now let's get into what your crafter Noth had actually given us on the numbers that he's making in the sale of this actual pattern.
Oh, wait a minute.
So Noth had told us.
He gave you those?
Yeah.
So we have some numbers and some statistics here. So if you're giving us an offer of 4,000 gold, that's downright disrespectful for our guild here. So what we have been told by Noth is that you are profiting 250 gold per craft, and you're getting upwards of 10 crafts per day. That's 2,500 gold per day.
Soto was on the sidelines, and he was loving every minute of it.
Well, again, we're going to have to confirm with
Oh, you should have prepared, Tyler.
Legal. If I can interject here, please.
Actually, legal. He told us that it was 10 per day that's traded with mats, and then he also sells 1 to 3 with his own mats at 600 a pop. So we're looking at roughly 4,300 per day. So that's the real number.
Tyler would pause the meeting so they could discuss their next strategy. Yamato was waiting on the sidelines, ready to unleash.
Unleash me.
Yamato, no. Hold it in a little bit, bro.
I will reality check them, Tyler. I will reality check them.
Right.
Yes, but you just have to wait a second, bro. Bro, we got by Noth. Why didn't he tell us this? That they have the stats. Oh my God.
Tyler 1 then hatched a bold plan involving top secret fruit-themed code words with the goal to get the opposing guild back at the negotiating table.
So we're going to join the call. I'm going to say banana. Yamato's going to go for a little banana. Just a second, Yamato. Okay. Like couple statements, then done. You stop talking when I say apple. Do you hear me?
Okay.
Then we move the negotiations back onto getting 600 gold. Everybody is crafted at 600 gold. Then that's it. There's no reason for them to say no.
Right.
Tyler would begin negotiations by building rapport and respect.
Your leader, Kid G, kicked somebody for pulling threat. You guys can't even hold threat correctly, and the most impressive rate of
never got
I'm just saying.
You are incorrect. Please get your facts straight.
No personal attacks.
Sorry.
Let's keep this civil.
Banana.
Let me talk now, okay? First of all, someone has to get you guys back to reality. Do you guys even know who you're talking to right now?
Who are we talking to? I'm confused.
OnlyFings. Without our guild, your silly little game would barely have 5 active players, okay? Second of all, you guys' credentials.
That's not true.
Bro, you guys are paying the floors of Black Rock Mountain every
credentials,
day.
please, yeah?
Okay, we're opening up a can of worms here.
We are giving you an ultimatum.
Respectfully, Tyler, I would rather drive the price to 0 and give the whole server free crafting fees if this is how you want to play.
Drive it to 0, then you pussy-ass guild. If this is what we're going to do with these goddamn negotiations, you don't want to work with us, then you. I blew it, bro. He blew it.
Negotiations are over.
I blew it. Dude, they're stupid, aren't they?
Like, they are, but not. Like, they're definitely trying to. They definitely don't want to nuke the price. They need the gold. Like, you can tell in their voice they need the gold.
In the end, the Lionheart Helm situation wasn't that big of a deal. Tyler 1 had just finished a round of guild purges.
That's actually really bad.
Sequisha got caught cheating again.
Tori, I'm right-clicking it, and I don't really give a fuck what anyone says about anything. I'm right-clicking that shit.
This time learning how to craft an item the guild had explicitly banned. But it's actually a bit more nuanced than that. Sequisha was given the chance to unlearn alchemy, effectively unlearning the banned recipe.
If you want to come back, you're unlearning that.
I'm not unlearning that.
And I'll see you on Fangs. You better pray so the bomb comes. Peace, bro.
I'm not going to be in Fangsley. See you,
all right,
buddy.
let's do Ubers, bro.
He told him he could unlearn alchemy. And what did he say? He refused to delete alchemy. Okay, then good riddance. Like that's what I would have done. I would have said you have to unlearn alchemy.
Then Tyler booted yet another member for dropping an incel tier comment towards Annie Fuchsia.
Love, you can't be, dude. Oh my God, I think he's gonna have to get G kicked as well.
But the biggest drama by far was the infamous pirate software incident. What you're looking at is the POV from Pirate Software's Dire Maul Run, a 5-man dungeon. In this clip, we see Yamato in the bottom left, as well as his chat. A patrolling boss with his goons walks up and is pulled into the fight. This is not ideal. Possibly they could have stayed and fought, but sometimes it's safer just to run. It is hardcore after all. We're going to watch this through, and then I'll break down some of the subtle details that are easy to miss if you haven't played WoW or haven't played a mage.
Just come back a little bit.
What's on me? Sitting bear form.
Snuppy, just run.
I can help a lot. Yep.
Pirate, why are you walking, bro?
What are you talking about? Why am I walking?
This
Look
is
at my mana.
savageable. Come
Innervate
on,
you?
man.
Just kill the mastiffs.
Innervate.
Innervate the healer. Kill the mastiffs. We got
He
this.
heals.
In the sense of
War something.
Do you see my mana? What am I supposed to do for you?
just kill the mastiffs. One shot. Okay, we
More
pulled
than
another
more on the way.
pass
More on the
right
way.
now. The mastiffs can be ice novas.
Dead him.
Now we're gonna wait.
Nusara.
No.
Okay, get out.
Run.
Evocation's on cooldown, man.
I can taunt last.
How much mana is
moment of
Ice
as well.
Nova? There's no way that much mana.
You have a boss in you. You called run.
Getting slowed.
Fuck. Wait.
Anything for me?
Snuppy. Oh,
I
no.
don't think I cannot stun him. Also,
No,
good.
just run out.
We can't actually see what's going on from Pirate's POV, but 2 of the 5 players just died. And you're probably thinking to yourself, this Pirate Software clip became one of the most viral and widely viewed moments in WoW history, and certainly the largest drama event for World of Warcraft of all time. Really? And again, nobody would have dug up any of these clips had he just said, oops. I can't stress this enough. The entire situation had nothing to do with his performance in the WoW dungeon. Pirate chose every wrong dialogue option over and over again. Before diving into Pirate's response, let's take a closer look at what actually happened. First, it's important to realize Pirate was playing a mage. And while I could never be considered a WoW sweat, having only played the game once in 2019, when I did play, I was a mage. This is me doing a 1 pull in a dungeon where you pull every single mob in the entire dungeon and kill it in one go. Now, I'm not saying that you can do a 1 pull of Dire Maul North, because you can't, but I'm just trying to impress upon you how good mages are at controlling large amounts of mobs. Mages have an area effect stun, Frost Nova, that only uses less than 1% of your mana. We have Cone of Cold, an area effect slow. We have Blizzard, also slows mobs, but does damage over time if you stand still and keep casting it. We have Frostbolt, a single target damage spell that also slows. And if that wasn't enough, we have Polymorph, which transforms a mob into a sheep for a period of time. But you're limited by mana. That's that blue stuff. However, the amazing thing about mages is that you don't have to cast your max rank version of the spell all the time. You can cast your rank 1 version, and the difference in mana use is a lot. One of the first mistakes Pirate makes is using a max rank Blizzard, costing half his mana right out of the gate. Oh, and if you're worried about his HP, don't be. This is just a UI trick so that no one watching can see what his health is. He never takes damage in this clip. That single spell costs over 1100 mana. A rank 1 Blizzard would cost 285. On top of that, he uses it on the boss, the only mob that is chasing them that can't be slowed or stunned. However, a single Frostbolt would have killed this Mastiff. Someone in the group even marked the boss with this purple diamond you see. You might be curious why use max rank at all. Well, it does a lot more damage, like a lot more damage, but the damage wasn't the goal. You only cast a Blizzard in this situation to slow mobs. In any case, Pirate cancels the channel and doesn't make use of the extra damage. So a rank 1 Blizzard would have done the same thing. I point this out because Pirate will later gaslight everyone in the party and claim it was their fault he couldn't help them because he was low on mana.
Do you see my mana? What am I supposed to do for you?
Just kill the mastiffs. 1 shot. Okay, we
More
pulled
than
another
more on the way.
pass right now.
Pirate could slow, kill, stun, poly, or even use his wand to attack the mobs that are not the boss. Instead, he blows more mana on a blink, a self-shield, which is a waste of mana because he's not going to take any damage in this situation. Even more puzzling, after he wastes mana on the blink and the shield, he turns around and just stands and watches. It's like holding a life raft and watching someone drown. And these little Mastiff dogs are a big deal. They have a snare which slows you down by 70%. Once you're slowed, they just keep attacking, slowing you over and over. This is why the team, despite wanting to run out, can't. They need help. If we look at the party in split screen, it becomes more obvious. Pirate's up here in the top right using his mana to blink away around the corner. The rest of the team is helping Ozzy kite. And you can see how these dogs are holding him up. He's slowed. He can't run. Pirate could stun them, Cone of Cold them, Rank 1 Blizzard, Frostbolt them, or even polymorph one of them into a sheep. But he's too concerned lecturing the group about his mana.
I had 1,400 mana left. I had to spend all of that mana to try and put it on Blizzard to save you guys in the first place, and nothing left. You weren't paying attention to party resources, you overpulled, and you weren't paying attention to where the boss was. That's not on me.
But let's take a minute to examine a counterfactual, where at the beginning of this clip, Pirate has no mana, like 0. Even if that were the case, Pirate's still wrong. He had multiple items that would have instantly given him plenty of mana, enough to handle the entire situation multiple times over. You could even see him mouse over to this area, almost thinking about doing the right thing. The first being Robe of Archmage, as well as Mana Gem, and of course, Mana Potions. These are instant use, giving the user between 2,600 and 4,300 mana. Pirate would later lecture the group about not managing party resources, all while he was the one who didn't manage his own resources. And you can say that maybe he's just not experienced enough, but they basically told him exactly what to do in real time.
Kill the Mastiffs. Just kill the Mastiffs.
Innovate.
Innovate the healer. Kill the Mastiffs. We got this.
Heals.
Just kill the Mastiffs. One shot. Okay, the Mastiffs can be Ice Novas. I mean, the regular ogres can still be polyed. We just had the boss and like 5 Mastiffs and 2 ogres. We could have polyed 1 ogre, killed 1, and then walked it out.
Yes, literally, just even an Ice Nova would have been enough.
And at first I had a pretty milquetoast reaction to this whole situation. Like, who cares? In fact, I wrote a joke for this video where I say that I looked through all the evidence and in the end, I came to the conclusion that I just don't care. But the more I heard from Pirate, the more radicalized I got. I mean, I'm kidding, of course. I obviously think Pirate was in the wrong here. But from just a history standpoint, why did this get so out of control? I think a lot of it comes down to Pirate's gaslighting, condescending tone. We already saw the mana gaslight moment, but then he doubles down, telling the group that because someone said run, he was obligated to do nothing but run.
They called
boss
run,
came up after,
I
like, the
ran,
Mastiff
and I was
shield.
out of mana.
After we,
I don't know what the hell they were expecting, dude. That does not make any sense.
Except that's not true. The group was clearly asking for help with the Mastiffs the entire time.
Ran out, bro. You instantly ran. You didn't even look
As
back.
much as you're angry right now, of course I ran.
I'm not angry at all.
You
I'm not angry at all.
overpulled 2 packs. You overpulled 2 packs and a boss. I had 1,400 mana left. I had to spend all of that mana to try and put it on Blizzard to save you guys in the first place, and nothing left. You weren't paying attention to party resources, you overpulled, and you weren't paying attention to where the boss was. That's not on me.
I saw the boss coming. I don't know if we could like move back faster, but yeah. I called it the boss coming though, but at that point maybe it was too late to move back.
Like, you're telling me like a rank 1 mage would not like at least to try Frost Nova there? Like you're not even like in danger.
Oh, I'm
you can
100%
at least
in
try
danger.
a Frost Nova. Like,
100%.
no, you're not.
No, 100% in danger. When your shot color says run, it's time to run, you run. That is how that works. You were the shot color, you called for run, I ran.
I'm not a shot caller.
And I was out of mana.
Actually, I'm a noob, bro. I
You
think I
called
have
the
way
shot.
less experience than you have.
Oh dear God.
And I can still see that I can at least use a Frost Nova there. Or at
Okay,
least try
then
something.
go roll
You
a
were the
mage and do
first
it.
person that ran away and didn't even look back. Literally.
This is the
You didn't even
second
say
time.
anything.
This
You
is
could
the
have at
second.
least said like the boss.
You're just going to talk over me? Is that what we're doing now?
All right, this is subtle, but notice how Pirate first talks over Yamato and then gaslights Yamato into thinking he's being bulldogged and then ends the call.
And didn't even look back. Literally.
This is the
You didn't even
second
say
time.
anything.
This
You
is
could
the
have at
second.
least said like the boss.
You're just going to talk over me? Is that what we're doing now?
Well,
We're
I'm
just going to
giving
talk
you my
over me?
point.
Is that all? Is that all
I'm
we're
just
doing?
giving you my points.
No. Okay. You done giving your point? You good?
Yes. I'm done.
Okay. Cool. You go roll a mage then. See you around.
He does this again in another clip.
We all did mistakes, bro. Like I didn't say, we are just blaming you. It's about the zero accountability is what makes us so mad.
There's no zero accountability, dude. Everyone can do something better.
No,
but when you open up and you yell over another person
listen,
like
can
you were doing
I
earlier,
speak?
Nah, I'm good.
You
See ya. I'm not doing that shit again with him. Nah, he did it the first time. I'm not doing it a second one. Not interested.
And look, some additional context here is important. In WoW, everyone makes mistakes constantly. When a group pulls a boss or gets jumped by a patrol, it's rarely one person's fault. Everyone shares some responsibility. But even then, you don't just abandon your party because of a mistake. And here's where it gets ironic. Pirate does the exact same thing all the time. Earlier that week, he backs up into a pack and pulls a mob into the group. Everyone has to run.
Bad timing.
as well, by the way. Bye.
He's coming. He's coming.
In another clip, he pulls and blames someone else, but gets saved by the team anyway. And that's fine. That's actually what makes WoW fun. The chaos, the improvising, the teamwork.
We got a spellbinder back here?
Yeah.
No, we got 3. He pulled 3 things back here.
Yeah. I got them. I got them all.
And just look at how effective Frost Nova is. It's an AoE 8-second stun. I just think it's a bit sus that he Frost Novas when he's in danger, but not when his team was. And I'm not an Ashes of Creation expert, but the community brought up a clip where he threatened to G-kick whoever wiped the raid.
So one of you pulled the ocular. Why? Now half the raid is dead. Was there a reason for that? Oh, I swear to God, I'm going to go back in the video and find out who pulled that damn thing and kick him out of the raid. That is insane shit. You have to be better than that. One of you attacked an Oculus and just wiped the whole party for no reason. And we just lost all of those materials because you're not paying attention. This is basic shit. We are not pulling those Oculuses because they kill the raid. We're pulling only the humanoids that are dropping the actual gear. Basic. I've been talking about this the whole time. What does pull an Oculus mean? There is an enemy called Oculus. If you pull it, it does a conal effect that kills everyone looking at it. Which is exactly what just happened, because somebody pulled it when you're not supposed to. And I don't know why they did this, because they've been told not to do that, but they were tab targeting and just pulled the damn thing. If we have that kind of a mistake again, I'm disbanding the party. I'm going to go run with other people, because you guys cannot do that again. That is insane shit. Legitimately. There's no reason for that. When I say the whole group is moving forward, that means you are not pulling shit from behind us. This is very, very basic. I'm not even being a dick about this. You just wiped everyone in the party and we lost tons of loot and stuff for everybody involved. It's not necessary.
And after examining the clip, you can see that from his POV, he's the one who damaged the packs behind the fight, causing the wipe.
I call bullshit. I cast Lightning Bolt before that Oculus appeared, and half the raid was in the back because they pulled the wrong pack. I'm not at fault there. I'm correct there for doing that. 100%. No. Absolutely not at fault there. When I cast the Lightning Ball, nothing else was there but the targets I was hitting, and the tank had pulled a completely incorrect pack from behind our raid, guys.
And I think this situation really showed Pirate's inability to accept fault, while at the same time blaming everyone under the sun. This clip has been reviewed by so many people, and everyone concludes that it was in fact Pirate who made the mistake. And once again, it's not the mistake that gets Pirate in hot water. It's his condescending and demeaning attitude.
That is not on me. No. Absolutely not. No, that's not at fault. This guy sounds like he takes criticism well. You sound like you want to talk to me about it in the unban request. You're just shit stirring. I'm just going to get rid of you.
And over time, he basically became a meme.
But he is the last man there, kind of like a mage blinking out of the dungeon. He will survive, but the rest of his team, not there.
We could dig through his long post on X or one of 500 more clips that make him look like a total hypocrite. But we've spent too much time on this. So to summarize, the man lost the plot. It's like he rolled plus 15 intel, but negative 15 wisdom. Pirate was kicked from OnlyFans. But that was nothing. The guild would soon learn what actual chaos looked like. Soda Poppin hit level 60 again, and this time Tyler wasn't handing the guild back.
I'm not giving Soda Poppin back guild leader unless he beats me in a duel at level 60. If I win, by the way, I get the title of guild leader permanently, but Soda Poppin has to do all the work.
And the day of the duel would finally arrive.
All right, Zico, floor is ours. Dual flag has dropped. We have all been waiting for this moment for weeks and weeks. Delays upon delays.
Accept it when you're ready, pussy.
Duel has started. No charge coming through.
All right, we send it. We go.
Hamstring parried right away. Hamstrings both. Alcor's, though, not hamstring. He might get the first intercept and it lands. Tonka Tonk has to eat the 3-second stun.
Yo!
Hamstrings now on both sides. Mortal Strike, big crit from Alcor's.
Oh my God.
Tonka Tonk on the back foot.
Oh my God, he gets disarmed, but the counter disarm does come out here from Tonka Tonk back onto Alcor's. That intercept is paying dividends right now for Alcor's as he comes back to full HP. There early pulse coming out, and Tonka Tonk trying to struggle here with the movement.
Uh-oh! What are you gonna do with that bleed, Tyler? 1-0, mother!
And Alcor's takes round number 1.
Oh my gosh, that wasn't even close.
The tournament was set up best of 9, so it wasn't over for Tyler, but round after round, he kept falling to Soda. Now down 4-1, One more slip, and Tyler's reign was finished. Mizkiss IRL Guild Watch Party watched in real time as Soda stood one win away from reclaiming his crown.
Don't mount up.
Okay, I won't mount up this time. All right.
Play for charge, bro. Come on.
I did,
Play
and
for charge.
I got charged.
No, you didn't. You sat there asking. You made me run distance. Play for charge. Come on. Let's see who wins. Let's see who clicks faster.
Duel number 6 is underway, guys. First to 5 wins in this best of 9. It's 4-1 here in Alcor's favor.
All right. I'm ready for the final duel. This is it right here. Are you getting triggered by guild chat? Are you
Dude,
upset?
they're just yapping. Like, you WoW players make me sick. I'm locked in, though. Locked in.
All right. Lock it in.
Oh, back up. Play for charge.
Okay.
Play for charge.
All right.
Let's see who can press 5 faster.
Okay, well, I pressed 1, but it's fine. You ready?
Don't walk up in a charge rate. Don't be a pussy. Come on. I'm calling you out. I'm muting.
Okay. If I get this charge, he's going to be so upset. Here we go.
Ooh, Tonka getting the charge this time, getting aggressive right away, straight into Zerker stance, and there's the Mortal Strike. It's Mortal Strike onto Alcor's. It's coming back and forth. There's the disarm too, and Alcor's needs to kite out this disarm. Tonka getting aggressive, and Alcor's doing the best he can to get back in this.
Oh. Huge damage coming out, but he needs to apply the Mortal Strike. He does. Tonka looking for the win here. He gets disarmed, though. Alcor's trying to kite it out here for the pulp, but he's getting aggressive here as well.
It's not good.
Ooh,
instant disarm?
Before the charge connects. Alcor's, though, manages to kite it out, manages to get the health pot there as well in response. Goes for a couple of bandage sticks as well, but Tonka is just going for raw damage here. And here comes the Tauren. Alcor's almost in execute range. One more auto attack crit could be the deal here. Alcor's dumping into battle stance, looking for the overpower, but Tonka is going to overpower Alcor's. We are not going to see a 5-1. Tonka is going to bring it back to 4-2.
Kneel, boy.
I'm not going to kneel to you.
Trust
Why don't
me.
you fucking kneel to my 4?
Trust me. Trust me. You can't out 5 charge me. You can't click enough. You're old, bro. No offense. I get 120.
What is your MS, Tyler?
It's not about I click faster than you.
Tyler would go on to win the next 2 rounds, tying it up at 4-4.
Let's go! Let's go!
I can't believe this.
In the final match, the tiebreaker, they would fight unarmed.
We made it to the boxing round!
Zico, I was going to ask you, what is the metagame in the Warrior v Warrior equalized gear fist-only meta? And I'm starting to think nobody knows. This is uncharted territory. This has never really happened before.
And the final round would begin.
So let's see their strategy here. Demo shouts, lands for Alcor's first. Tonka still on the mount, deciding to just keep mount. There's the charge, and the first punch comes in there from Tonka. It hits hard. Not quite a crit, though. Thunderclaps from both ends. Once again, they can't actually use any abilities here. Blood Rage, you know, I wonder if Blood Rage is even worth using, because it's hurting both of them more than any of their other abilities. That's 10% of their life almost. Thunderclaps land at 77% here for Tonka, 73 for Alcor's. This is neck and neck. Zerker stands to get more rage here. Tonka back to battle. I mean, this is going to be a close duel. Either way, it's 70% to 70%, Zico.
Yeah, this is going down in history right now. Alcor's is actually a little bit lower than Tonka, but it looks like things that 5% HP from being a Tauren could be paying dividends in this matchup here. Tonka going for a couple of more swings here. Now the Thunderclap connects. Alcor's looking for an intercept there potentially, but there is the first health pot being forced, and Tonka, he could actually win this if he just tries to get his HP a bit lower and then crits the health pot, because that is another big RNG factor here that could go in his favor, and we'll see. He hasn't decided to use it just yet. He's really banking on a potential crit here. If he gets it, it could be massive, Zard.
That's a good strategy to go for. Cross your fingers and hope for a health potion crit here for Tonka. There's a thunderclap that lands. Tonka down to 30% life, but still has that health potion. So it's, you know, we want to keep that in mind. There's big health potion does not crit, so kind of equalizes the health here. Alcor's doing his best to kite it out. The troll racial, a little bit of health regen, and there's a bandage just for 1 or 2 ticks. Really, really well played there for Alcor's. Gets back to about 70% life, and now Alcor's has about a 20% health advantage here. Thunderclap, 100% uptime. It looks like Tonka is forgetting to Demo Shout. Looks like Demo Shout is not on Alcors this entire time. Alcor is keeping up the Demo Shout nearly full time. Boom, Demo Shout falls, it's right back up, and with these small gameplay differences, Alcors is slowly pulling ahead.
Yeah, but Tonka has a play he could make right now. The next time Alcors goes for a Demo Shout, he could actually fear him. And there it is. I think he did it. He's going to go for the bandage reset. No shot. Tonka is trying to bring it back. He could even get a charge at the back end of this. Alcors is going to look for it. Tonka's looking for it as well. No one's going to find it. Alcors down to extremely low HP. Tonka with a massive play here, making it count. But Alcors, he's going to have that bandage coming off cooldown. Tonka needs to make sure that he is in Berserker stance so he doesn't get counterfeited here. A huge play. Alcors dropping dangerously low. Tonka might be pulling off the upset of a century right now. The potential current and forever war keep. There's fear. Oh my god, he reads the play. Oh my god, the Berserker Rage. This could be it, Zaryu.
Oh, that was so well played from Tonka. He went to Zerker stance right before the fear, and Zerker raged it. Tonka outplaying Alcors on every level right now. I don't think anyone expected this. Alcors can't use another potion. There's no more bandages. He's on the last foot. He's trying to kite it out, but there's nothing he can really do. 10% life at this point. Tonka is going to get the victory. Alcors pops the Zerker rage, but for what? There's no fear. There's no bandage. There's no potion. Alcors at 6% life trying to fight in. Tonka min-maxing the DPS with the pummels. Alcor's at 1% life, and Tonka is the war chief.
Oh my goodness, this man doesn't stop winning. How does he do it? Upset of a century. Gotta get
Why did they agree to a fist fight the last one?
Chat, maybe Chance through to make a guild with like me?
Probably would hire it.
GG, bud.
Tyler, good job.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro.
You got me with the fear.
Yep, into the bandage.
I
First
forgot
time.
Fear was a thing.
The first time I used it, that entire duel, the 10 matches, I saved it for the perfect moment. You couldn't.
I forgot.
Thank you, guys.
I forgot you could do that. And Tyler, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, Soda Poppin.
Fair and square.
Thank you, bro. You know what? I understand that you try your best in these moments, and I know you're not perfect guild leader. I know, and I know that you're not like even close to me. Meetings.
Slušaj ovako, prvo, dakle, za ribe i to smo već sve pričali, to smo već sve doktorirali. Ne moramo da se ponavljamo oko stvari oko kojih se slažemo i oko stvari sa kojima se razumemo. A to što jednostavno gledamo na stvari isto i bukvalno možemo samo da ponavljamo iste stvari. Iste zaključke, izvini. Što se tiče ovoga, dakle, počinje malo, dakle, prvo da vidimo ovako, dakle, za tog Warriora, dakle, može neko da objasnite generiku, ali naročito ako je zumerčina mala, sa malom kiticom koja mu se otprilike nije još dizala dok nije video i grl sa neopranim stopalima. Dakle, može neko da mu kaže da on kao Warrior, da mu treba strength agility, a ne čist attack power kao Hunteru. Jel može neko da mu objasni razliku između itemizationa između Warriora i Huntera i da veoma često se, na primjer, isto kao i za mnoge druge melee klase, isto kao i za mene, recimo da sam enhancement šaman, se te stvari veoma često poklapaju. Naročito što se statova tiče. I da jednostavno na konto toga postoji ona stvar koja se zove every gear is a hunter, every weapon is a hunter weapon. Plus, što da zanemarimo to čak, i da ne kažemo da ne znam ono, Hunter, ovo ono, Hunteri zli, Hunteri, Hunteri, i ostalo, ne. Dakle, govorimo o maču koji ima čist jebeni attack power. Staminu je attack power, nema strength. Tebi, brate, dakle, i warriori i paramuđevina imaju prostu foru da im treba mnogo više strength nego bilo koji drugi stat. Strength, stamina, strength, stamina, strength, stamina. Osim ako nisi paramuđevina, pa ti treba još strength, stamina, intelekt. Dakle, jel može neko da objasni to debilima? Ja ne znam, dakle, bukvalno opet, dakle, imam osjećaj da mnogo se dešava da kod nas u gildu i u raid ulaze ljudi koji jebeno ne znaju iteme u igri, koji ne znaju svoju sopstvenu jebenu klasu, koji ne znaju kako se igra njihova sopstvena jebena klasa. Razumeš? Dakle, Zin Rock, jebote, govori o maču koji ima staminu i čist attack power. Zašto je attack power bitan? Zato što strength ti daje melee attack power kada šibaš u meleu. A Zin Rock sa čistim attack powerom ti je, dakle, attack power i za melee, ali prvenstveno za tebe kao huntera je za range. Jel može neko to da objasni kretenu glupom? Da je to tebi bukvalno item koji ti boostuje te na koji god spek da igraš. Dakle, taj item ti je matene trenutno do, ne znam, kasnijeg, recimo kasnijih oružja iz BWL-a. Ti je bukvalno best in slot za bilo koji spek da igraš. Da kada ti sutra ti pukne kurac i hoćeš da igraš range huntera ili nešto. Jednostavno ti je taj item toliko jebeno dobar. I onda dođe ova kužna pederčina i ono kao lol. Prvo, dakle, taj warrior može mi se sagne i popuši kurac. I to možeš slobodno da kažeš da sam ja rekao da može mi se sagne i popuši kurac. Ali neću da mu dam, bre. Neću da mu dam. Drugo, što se Irisa tiče, već smo o njemu sve pričali smo o tome da je lik seronja. I mnogo je počeo da se ponaša, to je ono što mi naročito ide na kurac, počeo je mnogo da se ponaša, dakle, taj simptom hard chorsa gde sve savgije mora da ide njemu, japa, ja. A ovo postoji stvar koja se zove guild, mrtvu ti majku, jebem kurvinu. Dakle, jednostavno, brate, jesi ti ono guild designated degenerik za nešto, ne znam, guild designated skinner, guild designated miner, guild designated ova i ona profesija, izvini. Ok, nije problem. Ali to ne znači, brate, da ti treba samo sebe da ti to bukvalno bude u stilu, odlično, sad imam kartu samo sebe da boostujem. I konačno, što se tiče židova i njegovog enchantinga, zato ja podržavam sve druge. Jednom liku, onom smork ili kako već, inferno smork, sam dao 30 golda i gomilu stvari za disenchantovanje. I iz enchanted matove, i od bumčike sam uzimao stvari za njega. I da ga bumčika povede kroz udaman do enchanting trainera. Zašto? Da bismo imali još jednog enchantera. Ne samo zato što mi je židova pun kurac, nego zato što jednostavno imaš prostu stavku da možda ponekad neće bio, ne on, nego generalno neki guild enchanter, neće da bude možda kompletno jebeno online. I da ti shodno tome treba više enchantera od jednoga. Dakle, ne može onda se ponaša s tim, ja sam, nisi bre, puši kurac bre. Ne postoji guild zbog tebe, postojiš ti zbog gilda. I plus to, on će da kenja nekome o altovima. Lik koji bukvalno, upravo što si rekao, strah, ima paničan, frenetičan strah. Da izgubi svog prvog maga. Toliko da je napravio jednoga na strani, taj mu je zaginuo, pa je napravio još jednoga, njega nabuđe na 60, on je napravio prista, njega nabuđe na 60 i sve njih igra neće da igra originalnog lika. Ako je tako, Brajko, onda si trebao originalnog lika da spakuješ da bude immortal, kao što sam ja uradio. A ne da mi široko i naveliko seremundaviš i seremundaš ko posljednji SNS-ovski čmar u žegli. Da će on nekome da priča o autovima, krvavuti majku, ime pa lik je malte ne sertifikovani autoholik. Autoholiča koji bukvalno napravi jednog lika i napravi još jednog. Znaš šta će on nekome da priča o tome? Mamu ti nevaspitanu jebem bre ja. Stoko neverno smo naša. I onda dođe ova kužna pederčina i ono kao lol. Prvo, dakle taj warrior može mi se sagne i popuši kurac. I to možeš slobodno da kažeš da sam ja rekao da može mi se sagne i popuši kurac. Ali neću da mu dam bre. Neću da mu dam. Drugo, što se Irisa tiče, već smo o njemu sve pričali smo o tome da je lik seronja. I mnogo je počeo da se ponaša, to je ono što mi naročito ide na kurac, počeo je mnogo da se ponaša, dakle, taj simptom hard chorsa gde sve sav gir mora da ide njemu, ja. A ovo postoji stvar koja se zove guild mrtvu ti majku, jebem kurvinu. Dakle, jednostavno, brate, jesi ti ono guild designated degenerik za nešto, ne znam, guild designated skinner, guild designated miner, guild designated ovaj i ona profesija, izvini. Okej, nije problem. Ali to ne znači, brate, da ti treba samo sebe da ti to bukvalno bude u stilu, odlično, sad imam kartu samo sebe da boostujem. I konačno, što se tiče židova i njegovog enchantinga, zato ja podržavam sve druge. Jednom liku, onom smork ili kako već, inferno smork, sam dao 30 golda i gomilu stvari za disenchantovanje. I iz enchanted matove, i od bumčike sam uzimao stvari za njega. I da ga bumčika povede kroz udaman do enchanted trainera. Zašto? Da bismo imali još jednog enchantera. Ne samo zato što mi je židova pun kurac, nego zato što jednostavno imaš prostu stavku da možda ponekad neće bio, ne on, nego generalno neki guild enchanter, neće da bude možda kompletno jebeno online. I da ti shodno tome treba više enchantera od jednoga. Dakle, ne može onda se ponaša što ja sam. Nisi bre, puši kurac bre. Ne postoji guild zbog tebe, postojiš ti zbog gilda. I plus to, on će da kenja nekome o autovima. Lik koji bukvalno, upravo što si rekao, strah, ima paničan, frenetičan strah. Da izgubi svog prvog maga. Toliko da je napravio jednoga na strani, taj mu je zaginuo, pa je napravio još jednoga, njega nabuđe na 60, on je napravio prista, njega nabuđe na 60 i sve njih igra neće da igra originalnog lika. Ako je tako, Brajko, onda si treba originalnog lika da spakuješ da bude immortal, kao što sam ja uradio. A ne da mi široko i naveliko seremundaviš i seremundaš ko posljednji SNS-ovski čmar u žegli. Da će on nekome da priča o autovima, krvavuti majku, ime pa lik je malte ne sertifikovani autoholik. Autoholiča koji bukvalno napravi jednog lika i napravi još jednog. Znaš šta će on nekome da priča o tome? Mamu ti nevaspitanu jebem bre ja. Stoko nekulturna. Govno jedno da, mislim bre. Kao da mi nije dovoljan ovaj švabo. Što Kenja, dakle, mislim, samo upada da podjebava, samo upada da proziva, da dobacuje. Bukvalno se ponaša u stilu koji dobaciva za stolom. Dakle, neko treba da mu ode tamo u Nemačku, da mu izdeli par šavara i da mu kaže u stilu, bre, koji dobaciva za stolom, bre, tišina tamo, kurva jedna. Razumeš? Nego sve licemerne seronje se ponašaju u stilu mi smo licemerne seranje, mi ćemo da budemo licemerne seranje, boji nas kura što smo licemerne seranje, ima da zostavljamo ceo guild. Znaš šta, dakle, ta klika ljudi je počela neopisivo mnogo da se ponaša kao da su hard chores. I to je ono što sam rekao originalno kada je bio prvi put, kada je Kripki počeo da kenja. Pull the trigger na mene. Pullujem trigger, ja na njemu u Auschwitzu, mamu mu jebem. Dakle, lik bukvalno. Dakle, ja sam rekao, dakle, ono što on je tada radio je hardčorizacija, dakle, proces gde se Hellfire pretvarao u hard chores. Sada radi opet isto. I on, i Iris, i taj Warrior, i ovaj Švabo pogani, svi oni su deo toga. Ako je tako, neka jednostavno, ako hoće da ima politički korektan guild, i ako hoće da ima čist guild, jebote! Blut und Boden im meinem Reich. Ako ćemo tako, onda neka odjebe iz Hellfire, neka ode u hard chores. A ne da sere više i da truje i da pogani svojom židovskom poganštinom. Pun mi ga je kurac i njega i svih tih ostalih seronje, bre. Nije mi puno kurac Čokori, na primjer. Čokori je glup, ne zna. Ali bre, hoće da nauči. Kažeš mu, poslušate. Ja sam ga probao kroz onaj tower tamo na Lapidis ostrvu. Zapravo mu je da uradi, ja sam bio u stilu, brate, zaginut ćemo, ali onda sam bio u stilu, slušaj me, pa željivo, inače ću da se petrijujem i da odem odavde. Dakle, odjebat ću te, ostavit ću te da umreš ako me ne slušaš. I onda je uzeo, seo i počeo da sluša. I naučio je i nije poginuo. Dakle, jebe mu mater, bre, čoveč. A ovi jebote, dakle, mislim, bukvalno oni se probude ujutro, svaka bitna stavka koju oni imaju. Jej, brate, kako ćemo danas da Hellfire pretvorimo još više u hard chores? Ma jebo sam ti mater, bre. Pa mi smo upravo napravili ovaj guild da ne bismo bili hard chores. To je originalna svrha ovog guilda još iz avgusta 24. Pičku lepu materinu više. Šupičku materinu, bre. Jebote, mislim, nemoj, brate, aj pričamo nešto lepo, brate, pričamo, ne znam, pričamo lepo o gotičarkama, o tome koliko su važne, o tome koliko imaju duge noge, o sisama njihovima i njihovim stopovima. Mnogo mi je lepše to da pričam, nego da pričam o seronjama kojima je bukvalno čitava svrha života da mi unište guild, u kome sam od materne osnivanja.
But you do try, bro, and that's all that counts.
Tyler would retain control of the guild, although this time leaning more on Soda's involvement.
Oh, hello?
Yo, what's up, bro? Got some drama here. I'm asking for my But you do try, bro, and that's all that counts.
Tyler would retain control of the guild, although this time leaning more on Soda's involvement.
Oh, hello?
Yo, what's up, bro? Got some drama here. I'm asking for my But you do try, bro, and that's all that counts.
Tyler would retain control of the guild, although this time leaning more on Soda's involvement.
Oh, hello?
Yo, what's up, bro? Got some drama here. I'm asking for my But you do try, bro, and that's
Sardako in a duel.
It sounds like it's a deal. Sardako and Yamato, you have until Sunday to prepare for your best of 5. You have 30 seconds in between each duel. Anything goes best of 5. Do we agree on that?
Anything goes, best of 5.
Anything goes, best of 5.
So I am going to see my mom this weekend. I just was not prepared for this. I have to take her to church in the morning on Sunday, and I'm driving home 3 hours.
Tell us to watch and pray for you, boy.
I will.
Oh my God.
Tyler wasn't secretive. He wasn't subtle. He knew Yamato screwed up, but he'd bend the rules into a pretzel to protect him.
low key. I think you get coached enough to win that enough times so you don't have to go to the arena. You're so stupid, though.
Sure.
Monday could be the last time we ever talk together. Did you even think about that, Yamato? When you were ego everywhere?
It is what it is, Tyler. I will not forget you. I'll remember you as a good friend. And I appreciate our times we had together.
Guys, I had to come in to say this, guys. I had to come in to say this.
And like a good lawyer, Tyler's legal team found a loophole, just in case Yamato ended up facing the arena.
Yamato, if you get into the arena, they overlooked one thing, and we're going to protect you, okay? They said you're not allowed to be in a group, so you're not allowed any heals. But a priest can mind control you and get you healed. So we will get enough healers to protect you in there.
You are going to win, by the way. You're going to win. God damn it, you're the second best by me. You will win.
And predictably, Yamato lost 5-1 to Sardako. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that Soda had all sorts of punishments after losing his duel, one being dyeing his hair pink. So there's that. Yamato would be sentenced to the Gurabashi Arena.
Timer start.
A lot of people were not happy with how this played out. Yamato had so many people helping him, he was able to stay on a relatively safe layer that no one can get to.
50. Just I'll
Guys,
keep
they're
it
trying
there.
to invite to the lair. They're
they're
trying to invite.
Don't invite. If they're not in-
Yamato would leave the arena alive.
They actually, I think what happened with all of the chaos of me trying to get everyone on the right layer and then Tyler and all of them doing their completely own thing made everyone layer swap constantly. Everyone's layers were on CD. Everyone's layer swap. Everyone was scrambled. Not only were we as a guild completely scrambled and confused, but everyone that was trying to actually grief was as well. But he lives. That's his punishment. Yes, it is. It's done.
Anyway, it was time to raid Molten Core, and sort of like picking teams for dodgeball, the guild had to whittle down their list of players to only 40.
We are only able to take 40 of these people, and we can only take 10 sweats. So if they have a red check next to their name, we're only allowed to take 10 of them. That is it. And the other 30 must be non-sweats. Here is our raid setup. This is where we'll put people we decide to bring. And here's a viewership. Now, we're not just going to pick the highest.
Oh my God.
It's cringe. We will look at this, but we're not just going to take the highest view count and just, hey, we're done. We're ready. That's not it.
And 2 hours later, they were still working on the Molten Core draft, but they did eventually finish. They would attempt Molten Core on February 1st, losing several members, including Fandy.
Oh my God, Fandy's dead.
What killed me?
All right? My threat is horrible. My threat is horrible. It's all over on me.
Yo!
Gunner's dead! It's on me. It's on me.
Oh no!
Andy, it's on Andy.
Andy's dead!
No! Watch your threat.
In the end, they emerged victorious. Ragnaros, the final boss of Molten Core, was down. Tyler would lead his first ever raid that following week.
This room's actually really easy. Sort of way overcomplicated it last time. Okay, we're gonna have to just have a tank on each mark. Let's see, how many tanks we got? 4?
Lucifron's on the way.
Yeah, be careful.
Yes. Calm the down. Let me speak before you start panicking. I'm gonna pick up Skull. Ozzy, get X. Pika Square. Ompy, Moon. Jordy, Triangle. Going slow, all die at the same time. We pull them together, stack them together, stack them together. That's right. Stack these guys together and we all parse together. All right, we can parse. I don't know why I thought War Stomp would work. Keep parsing. Back it up, back it up, back it up.
They methodically pull each pack of mobs around Lucifron and eventually take the boss down as well.
Pull boss now. I'm gonna do it quick, guys. Ads first, add first. I got boss. I'm mind controlled instant.
I got the boss,
Okay, I got boss. I am mind controlled and stuff. Get the ads first. All right, not bad.
We made that exciting.
Yep, nice little adrenaline.
But now they would face Baron, the 5th boss in Molten Core, and a boss with a few mechanics that could potentially wipe the entire raid. Baron can put a bomb on any class that uses mana. If that person stands near other casters, they will surely kill anyone near them, practically wiping the raid. You can see someone blowing up with the bomb in the correct spot right here.
Now, it has a bomb. Okay, I don't have the weak aura, but you know what I do have? Eyes. And on the raid frames, it'll show who has the bomb.
Where do we run again?
Okay, if you have the bomb, you're running here. Look at me. If the bomb is on you, you're running here.
Okay, in the corner?
You have to come to the corner.
What if you don't?
You're killing everybody then. Everybody's dying.
Oh.
You'll still kill everybody.
You're gonna get an LSF thread.
Next, Baron has a phase called Inferno, where he does massive AoE damage. The most sensible strategy is to pull the melee DPS out during this phase, but it can get complicated when the Inferno and Bomb are happening at the same time, and the longer you fight Baron, the harder he gets. Because Baron will drop Infernos and Bombs closer together over time. A reasonable strat is to try to take him down as fast as possible.
All right. Get him, get him, get him.
Go whenever.
Ooh!
Jesus.
I pulled.
Yeah, you pulled. Oh, let me get threat! Let me get threat! Let me get threat!
They start off decent, not perfect, but everything's fine.
Okay, watch for the bomb. Watch for the bomb. Somebody has a weak aura, surely.
Who has bomb?
Everybody out! Melee out! Melee out! Melee out! Melee out!
Tuka.
On Tuka.
Tuka, get the to the side. Okay, boss is back.
We
We're
pull
going
the
back
boss
in.
up
Big heals on me. Big heals on me. I'm pulling boss back. Big heals on me. Huge heals. Melee out. Oh, oops.
Everybody out,
Everybody out. Everybody back up. Okay, go back in. Everybody back in. I'm gonna get.
Tyler makes a bit of a mistake here. He goes in a bit too early. He takes more damage than necessary. You can see Baron is pulsing away still, and the healers were not quite ready.
Big heals on me. Big heals on me. I'm death wishing.
Tyler calls out that he's death wishing, an ability that allows him to do 20% more damage, but he takes more damage too. The other warriors in WoW Sweats know what this means, but many casters probably don't.
Big heals on me.
Holy shit.
Big heals on me. Big heals on me. You can't.
This is a really crucial moment. Baron is almost dead, but so is Tyler. Inferno is pulsing, and Tyler does not call for anyone to run out, but they do anyway.
Listen! Finish it! Don't run! Finish! Finish! Don't run! Finish!
Not only do people run out rather than finish the boss, someone stands right in the corridor with the bomb on them. By now, it's been well established that if everyone had stayed, everyone would have lived. Conversely, if everyone had ran, they also would have lived. But what didn't work is having more than half of the DPS run out of the dungeon. Tyler 1 crashes out, going through every single VOD.
Don't run! Finish! Finish! Don't run! Dude, they all ran though! But what is the point if I'm raid leading and you're not even listening? I was crystal clear, screaming. Don't run! Finish! Finish! Don't run! Dude, like half the tanks are out, bro. So we have Derek, Maui out. This is double execute. Pika out. That's another execute. Rogues, double rogues. 2 rogues right here. They could have parsed it out. They deserve the die. Again, and guys, I could have done whatever better. I understand that. The call was to stay and fight. Every single person left. It is what it is.
At first, Tyler doesn't get too worked up.
Don't run, finish! Finish, don't run! Oh shit! I'm in Giga Chad! Charges the finish! Listen!
Are we staying?
Orlando!
But after watching VOD after VOD of people roaching out, he starts to mauled.
Orlando, you griefed me! We died, and I was like, my bad. It is what it is. I died. Shouldn't have done that, blah, 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 blah. And I actually watched, probably out of the 39 different people's perspectives, I watch probably like 30 people's perspectives. Remember, I said this before. I said these WoW players are pussies, right? And they all cried to me. Remember? When I called, during the Yamato thing, I said, you guys are all pussies. You weren't jumping in anyway. And they were like, well, don't call us pussies, bro. No, you don't know. What are you layered? Like, they are absolutely pussies. I told myself I wasn't going to crash out. I'm about to crash out. Like, I made a whole notepad of exact timestamps of what I'm better than that. It was some of the most degenerate shit I've ever seen in my life. Me raid leading, that is the point of a new player even raid leading, to cause bad situations, right? And if you just see a bad situation and you're like, that, I'm not following, it's a bad call, what is the point of even having new people raid lead if you're just gonna say them? Nobody wants to sit there and watch you disgusting sweats min-max molten core for 20 years straight. That's why nobody watches in the first place until OnlyFans. So if you're just gonna roach out when something goes wrong and blame a bad call from a person who's never raid led in the first place, why are we even here, right? By the way, I'm just gonna say it, Yamato. I don't give a shit. I'm crashing out. Bro, you're a pussy. Everything I've done for you, bro, and to watch your VOD and what you did, you. To see me begging for people to stop running and to come back, and you are 100% HP, what are we doing? Oh, I'm full crashing out. Pull up the list. I'm full crashing out. I don't give a shit. They're all ass. I don't care anymore. I'm sending it.
Tyler would do another VOD review, this time completely affirming his stance that he would not be re-rolling. And can you blame him? And the guild would move on to the next dungeon, Black Wing Lair. As the guild prepped for its release, Soda would announce that he would be taking a bit of a back seat moving forward.
I only log in for raid anymore. I'm really just a raid logger. I don't care if I'm guild leader. All I'm doing is setting up drafts and then showing up for raid. I'm not really doing anything anymore. So I don't want y'all to have these expectations. That's all I'm going to be doing. If someone else wants to step in as guild leader that everyone wants to vote for, I'll happily pass it over. But I don't plan on doing any events. I don't plan on doing anything other than really raid logging, because that's all I have interest in doing, which I'm happy to do. But if any events or anything like that, it's not going to come from me.
But the final nail in the coffin would come out of left field.
Keep playing. I DC'd as well. Okay.
Try to escape.
I just DC'd.
I'm coming in.
I did too. Okay.
Is this taunt?
The guild would suffer DDoS attacks during their BWL raid.
I'm already being told that a rollback is not going to happen. So everyone who did die is fucking dead. And there's no reverting that. They're dead. So that's kind of a pretty damning blow.
Following this disaster, Soda Poppin announces in the OnlyFans Discord that the guild's hardcore project is over.
The anxiety that every single raid is now, at risk of just getting DDoS. I don't want to waste people's time to get world buffs, to prepare for these raids, get consumes, do all of this, only with the high risk of a DDoS. I didn't foresee that this would even be possible. This might be the end. I'll ask around. I'll see if things can get fixed. But if this is just how it is, then yeah, that's the end. Because I'm not gonna have people prepare and get ready just to die to a DC when it's just inevitably gonna happen again.
In a somewhat controversial and surprising move, Blizzard resurrects the OnlyFans members who died during the BWL raid. Even still, the guild was slowly coming to a halt.
I feel a lot of people expect me to be like throwing glitter in the air and blowing up balloons, and it's like it's my birthday or something. That's not how I feel. It's not how I feel. It's one of those things of, if we raid again, even though, yes, if we get DDoSed, Blizzard will res us probably the following week. Right? It's not like raid wasn't fucked over.
OnlyFans would eventually take down Nefarian, but the writing was on the wall.
Nice job. So this is the end for me. I am going to be stepping down. I've already given guild lead to Ampi. Pirate was probably the best meme. But Tyler, content-wise, carried the guild. It was hilarious, it was fun, and he did not ask for it, which I just forced it on him, and he did a great job. So massive shout out to Tyler for, dealing with all of that out of nowhere and playing the game for 4 months when he thought it would be, 3 weeks or whatever. Season 3, if we ever do this again, it will be if there's ever another new server, hopefully to God it's not progressive this time, and we can just fucking chain do all of the raids. Would be awesome. If not that, if hardcore TBC releases, would be amazing. It probably won't, but if it did, we'll fucking give it a whirl. Ampi, the floor is yours. Everyone, thank you very much. I am stepping down. It has been a blast. G fucking G's, everything.
Thank you so much.
Screw these.
And just like that, it was over. But what about OnlyFangs 3? Why not actually do a hardcore run? Guild self-found. And I know what you're thinking. They did this last time, but not really. I have a hard time believing that Sequisha was the only one who turned off his add-on to use the auction house. And besides, don't other guilds want this as well? Why not force their hand to actually implement this into the code, into the game? Guild self-found. No auction house, no trading outside guild. Okay. To alleviate the difficulty, number 2, Sherpas. The little Himalayan men who help people climb Mount Everest over and over and over again. Streamers should have Sherpas assigned to them. These Sherpas are in the guild. They're not invited to raids. I imagine the Sherpas will be from the communities of the streamers. They can apply and be hired and fired at the discretion of the streamer. They're in the guild. They can trade items, so they can help the streamer level. They can mob tag. The Sherpas will help resolve some of these difficulties, right? They can farm rare mats. They can, trade greens and things that they find and hold on to them. When somebody dies, they can help them get back up to level. This will be huge. And I imagine there could even be a rank structure. A Sherpa at level 60 could become a squire, essentially replacing the streamer upon their death, or if they just stop playing the game. This is, of course, at the discretion of the guild master. And you could have as many Sherpas as you guys deem fit assigned to the streamer. I imagine some will need more than others. And I think implementing self-regulating systems is the way to move forward, especially when you get to this point where you have like 600 people in the guild. It just becomes messy and disorganized. This system just makes sense to me. And my third idea is pairing non-sweats and sweats together. The idea here is when a non-sweat, a streamer who maybe hasn't even played WoW before, has only played it once, dies, so does the sweat that they're assigned to. One can't go into raid without the other. And so this naturally balances the guild to create more entertainment and create more of a challenge. The sweat doesn't move forward if their non-sweat counterpart doesn't as well. Now, maybe there is a squire that could replace them, but that's not until level 60. And so there's a huge incentive, a self-regulating system that the sweat wants the non-sweat to do well. Or maybe they're not even convinced that this person is going to play for more than a couple weeks, so it just kind of naturally fizzles out. Now, if the sweat goes and farms off stream and dies, no, the non-sweat doesn't die. So only if the non-sweat dies does the sweat have to reset along with them. After a death, releveling as a non-sweat streamer who has maybe only played WoW once has to just be so demoralizing. So having Sherpas, having a sweat to relevel with you, or who's responsible for your death in a lot of ways, I think is a really self-regulating balancing system. It's really going to make that early game a lot more entertaining to watch. I can just imagine all the drama that's going to play out here. And finally, bring back Tyler 1. Unironically, Tyler 1 and Soda working together was peak cinema. Now, I don't know if OnlyFangs 3, whether Tyler 1 will do his own guild on Horde or something, and Soda will do something on Alliance, whatever. I think that also could potentially allow the sweats to create a character on each faction so that they can play a lot more than the non-sweats because they're going to know life of the game. And just by the way, nothing stops the sweats from playing when the non-sweat is not playing. But there's a couple problems with that as well. This video is long enough. I feel like I could do a whole video talking about each of these points. But I'm excited for OnlyFans 3, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Wow. Wow, actually, wow. I I had to turn on my terrible headphones that have somewhat using mic, working mic. What the hell was that at the I mean the whole video was some good, like he's good at compiling like information, so that video was pretty well done, but the end when he started giving out suggestions for OnlyFans 3. Like, what the hell was that? Was that even? Like, bro, he was talking about like,
So now we're gonna get started. So we'll just start with Kangaroo. We were talking a little bit. So I guess let's just start with this. So are you dating someone right now?
No. No. Yeah. So what the hell was he talking about? First the Sherpas thing, like, sweats, they're gonna help the streamer level, and then like he went to the deep end and he was like, oh, if the streamer dies, the sweat dies as well, and like the sweat needs to go to work and like get stuff for the streamer. Like, I think, brother, you misunderstood the point of the so-called sweats. Sweats are not slaves. Sweats are players who are good at WoW. That's the entire thing. They were not there to hold somebody's candle. They were there because they are good at WoW, and they can. They are pretty much, without them, the raids wouldn't go as well. So that was pretty much the thing about them. They weren't like these that you describe, like, oh, they're gonna carry the bags. You know, they didn't do such stuff. Like, sure, some like, let's say Ampy, he was like with Tyler, like coaching him, but that was like a very mutual. It wasn't like, oh, he will have a sweat assigned to them, and like, imagine Tyler 1 dying, and then like, let's say MP has to like kill his own character because of that. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, in what universe? I don't even know. He seems like it's probably because let me see what level is this guy. Yeah, um he's 0 quest XP. Uh, mm, hmm. Wait, my keyboard is broken. I just need to ask. 0 quest just killing beasts, especially skinning, and would make massive rounds of gold, 360 rank. No, and that's it. Wow. I thought that maybe it was like a thing. What are my spots? Oven boards. Dark. Not Darkshire. Dark. That's good. Oh my god, that's good. What are the other ones? Let me check. The uh, a Tyrell. Not Wingirl. Why is it not showing? Highwell, no. 42. Okay, Elder. Are they? Wingirl. No, Skyman Gorilla. Okay. Skyman Gorilla after 50. Mm. Mm. Okay. Now what do I do now? I'm 23. I kind of you know what? Soon I realized I was hallucinating. What? What the hell? Hallucinating. Where am I going? Oh, thank you. Mm. Mm. I think mm, no. Alo? Alo? Pa on je rekao da ćeš opet vas. Ne. mm, sorry, oh, does he want like the names? What? Come on, man. What is it called? Echo. Okay, so it's Frost Saber. Drop by. Frost Saber. Huntress. Frost Saber. Oh my hell. They want me to circle the world. Let's see. What? Okay. What question is now? I guess but these all like turned green. I guess. I guess I can go for I mean, should I stream like mob tagging? I mean, not mob tagging, like mob, I don't know, fucking mob killing, whatever. Damn, I'm a machine with this new weapon. It's such a shame. Actually, what? What am I doing? Do we have a... yeah. Well... it is what it is. I haven't signed up, so... I'm curious though... oh yeah. Oh, fuck you. Almost died there. These bastards have millions of mana. I'm just looking up my my guild Discord. Damn it. Are they gonna be okay? I mean, I don't have a trank. The thing, whatever. So I don't know how they're gonna do it without that. It's kind of a important mechanic for the fight. Cadê, mama? Ah. Okay. A warrior. Well, I do have a world buff though, so I guess that's a big contributor, but I must say warrior is pretty fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Okay, let's LS. No, didn't do nothing. This one is not even gonna try. Wow. Oh, that's a companion. Oh, they're spawning. I need to like pull them fast. Come on, come on. Come here, come here. Come here, come here. Come here, come here. Nah, I was like, if he pulls it now, I'm gonna crash out. I didn't get buff, what? I wonder if they run. Oh, they do, of course. Humanoids. Ooh, I love the crits. Loving the crits. I thought that was actually... wow. Damn. Makes me kind of want to be a blacksmith, but yeah. Now you're gonna pay. Damn. Oh, thank you. Oh, these are mystics. Sorry, didn't chip, so I'm clicking. Total noob. Oh. Where are you going? Oh, I actually have the need. I need to kill some. Okay. No. Nope. Oh, this is the pattern as well. Okay, let's charge. Go to you. Boom. Cleave. Boom. Another cleave. You don't know where you're going. Direct strike. Oh my god, I love warriors. There gets so much the strength that they have. If you're following the right pattern by leveling a warrior, it's it's so good. It's crazy. I mean, what I'm trying to say is if you're like leveling and you're also gearing, I mean you're not like in whatever, you know, like white gear or something, and you're doing your quests or what have you, they're probably gonna be feeling that, oh, I got a stray dog attacking me. Sorry, I don't need you. But I don't know, there's some quest that requires those. I think these fireballs hit like crazy. Okay, I'll try to kill 3. Can I do that? Yeah. I'll go for the third one. And then I'll go back to the nulls, and then I'll try to kill 3 more. No. Come here. I'm not gonna about to pull that one as well. Oh, it didn't drop. Damn it. Okay, that's bad. What is... Who's being congratulated? Oh? Hmm. 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 Oh. Hmm. Did it wrong. Hmm. He should have done the moonfire. Or the, yeah, that thing that he just did. But he instead casted the casted the rat. So yeah. 6 out of 10. Annoying. Okay, what? I'm pretty thankful to the world buff. I think it's actually boosting my DPS like crazy. Oh, nope. Sorry. And there's the other one. And that and this. Yep. Yeah. They're not moving. I need another brute. One more. So I can leave this. So you can place Mystic. I love the X-Rage. Do I not have a talent yet? No. Okay, I need a level. Oh, brute. 2 of them. Perfect. Give me 1. Give me 2. Let's cleave some ass. Mm. I'm prefer- I'm I'm gonna go. Okay, what now? What do I take? Should I go for the? Yes. The tricky situations. I'll go for this one, regardless. Because I know there's some items and some classes that I always take one and then I instantly regret it. I just took something, I don't know what. I think it's the... there's a skip to that guy, yeah. Oh, thank you. But I got 4 minutes left, so... Yeah. Elixir is in 3 minutes. I'm not sure if I can make that. I'll try. It says there's a whelp there. Is that accurate? This must be like okay. This guy is gonna aggro me. No? I owe you 8 gold. Okay, these are... I always forget these are normies and I'm like, what? No, 8 gold? Oh, god damn you. Good for the guy? No way. No. This is what you do. You just hard out. I'm not crazy. In PM? Okay. What? $23 plus. Is that fine for does this say? Nah, definitely not. Oh well. This should be crazy for me though. But I have another item in my mind. It's just a little bit it comes a little bit later. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the roll buff. I guess I'll fish a little, right? Do I have the sound? Did I put my sound on just... okay. Oh, my sound is on. Oh, damn. It's just not working. I'm just bummed out my guild is raiding. And I'm here. On my 23 warrior. But yeah, that's life. Okay. Oh. Fishing is super easy when you do it on time. It's annoying when people like start doing it at level 60 and then they're like, oh, where should I go at this skill? Where should I go at this skill? Stuff like that. But when you're leveling, it's just like this. I mean, while you're leveling, because this is enough for me. Like I can pretty much just wait for the raw buff to drop, and that's just enough. And then I can go outside, Stormwind, get some tent, and continue on my leveling. And like on the next level, like let's say maybe I come back at level 25 here, and I'll do some more fish, like a few more skill points, and then like, you know, not much to think about. And then when I am leveling in, like, let's say Strange Turn Whale, I will be in Booty Bay, I will fish off the dock there, pick up the world buff, go do some quests here and there, you know. It's pretty easy profession if you like every profession. Everybody's asking, oh, where do I go to get like I don't know, material, and while they were leveling, they were passing by it like every second. Like people have probably seen tons of like nods, but they just go past it like I did with herbalism. Like in my life, this is probably the first time I'm doing herbalism, and I've like walked past probably thousands and thousands of herbs. But right now it's pretty cool. I'm just leveling, and my herbalism is quite okay. It could, I mean, my alchemy, my herbalism doesn't mean anything. Oh. I have the sound so I don't hear them. Did it just... I have no idea. I was looking at my potato chips. Okay, it was a good guess. I'm quite surprised that it's giving me points after every... Let's move it. Yep. I got that. Somebody else fishing? No? Oh yeah, this guy's fishing with the boat. Are these... I don't know if the boat is like his or... Because the boats don't work. Okay, I'm not even watching right now, so... I will probably... Okay. Let me see. Mine... Oh, there it is. World buff incoming. I got it to till 150. That's great. And I'm fishing without a lure. People are like, oh, you need 100 plus blah blah blah. You don't need anything if you're fishing at the right spot. See, sometimes... Oh, I got the point. What? How strange. Maybe it lagged, but at certain levels you don't really get a point every catch, so it might be just that I'm fishing like at level 20. It might also be not that, but a lot of people say like, oh, after skill, I don't know, 50, you will get it every 2 and then you will get it every 3, and people say stuff like that, but I'm not sure. I will need to see that for myself. Got the world buff. Should I? Let me see. There's my new sword. My new sword-ish. I got the shoulders as well, even though I didn't plan that. This quest. This quest wants me to go for Baltimore. All the engineering tools. Okay, let's just see where it is. Old. Okay, forgotten trunk. Okay. It seems. Let me see where does that leave me? Help. Okay, this looks a bit sus. Mine shipment. Blah blah blah. Masterpiece harvester. What's that? Oh. So they do want me to go to dead mines, it seems. And then there's a bunch of talking. I'll need to go to back and forth to Lakeshire and kill some Duskwood spiders. And then the Night Watch. And at the end, some 2 mobs. Oh, they will. What? They seem a bit annoying. I don't know. It looks yeah, Josh. Lakeshire. I'm not sure. 10 DPS. Well, I guess the Westfall. And then what is it after that? I don't know what the next one is. Baltimore. Okay. So I need to protect him. I need to draw the golem's attention until I'm finished. The golem needs to remain attacked for this to work. Okay. I need to.
Okay. So welcome everyone. This is we're talking with Farrell Cat. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
And so Farrell, help me understand a little bit about. So first of all, thank you so much for coming on stream today.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I'd love to hear a little bit about what you thought about our last stream and sort of what motivated you to come on stream today.
Yeah, honestly, like last stream, I didn't know what to expect whenever like Kinga told me about it, but it really impressed me. Like I really liked what you had to say about especially the part about just gamers and kind of their mindset and stuff like that. And I think I've experienced something similar for sure, like back in the spring. Pretty sure I was like, I guess, addicted to gaming. Like I could stop, but the things that you were saying really were really relatable. So
Okay. And when you say the things that I was saying, what do you think was applicable to your situation back in the spring?
I think you said like one thing that really resonated, and it was more like, you know what you need to do, but you don't do it. And so I think that for sure, like I would kind of just like play games all day or like try to improve for stream, stuff like that. But I wasn't focused on like my personal goals as well. And so it definitely like interfered. Sorry, my cat's gonna make an appearance.
So yeah, but it sounds like you were saying that in March or earlier that was an issue. So that implies that things have gotten better.
Yes. So I like kind of put a limit on myself now where I'll have days where I don't have class or something like that. And I'll give myself a certain amount of free time or like a certain amount of games or something, and then just kind of go from there and not play anymore. And I still give myself a little bit too much free time sometimes, but I don't think I get that same, like, I don't know if like feedback is the right word. But it's a different kind of reward, I guess. It's more like a free time sort of.
Yeah, it expanded to quite a lot of people.
Yeah, I know. So the first thing, what should I call you, buddy?
Call me Kevin.
Okay.
So
the first thing, Kevin, is I owe you an apology because I know we were scheduled to talk on Friday, and then I kind of bumped because I had a bunch of family in town, and then we were scheduled to talk at the top of the hour, but Reckful wanted to come on, and it actually sounded to me like what he was talking about was maybe a little bit relevant to what we were talking about. So
I was close to crying at one point. I really resonated with him. Yeah,
and so I'm sorry for bumping you a couple of times, and
it's fine.
It's really not.
I understand,
but it's okay to say it's not too. So tell me a little bit. But as you know from stream, like we kind of had you on last week, kind of impromptu. So I try to do things a little bit impromptu from time to time, and sometimes people get the short end of the stick for that. So I'm sorry about that.
That's totally fine. I mean that.
So tell me a little bit about why don't you fill in people, because we have 3,500 people.
Yeah, we have a lot.
So why don't you want to just tell people a little bit about what we talked about last week and kind of what felt relevant to you?
We talked a lot about pain versus suffering, the act of feeling pain and the act of experiencing suffering, and a lot about actually how the nihilism, the way that Reckful felt it versus how I felt it, it was very comparable. I feel.
What was comparable about it?
He also, it felt like he had a childhood trauma that really shaped his reality for him. And that's completely the same. And to catch people up, I almost lost my father when I was 12, and that really shaped how I felt about the world. And we got around to me feeling that the that experience was me feeling that nothing was worth anything, because when something can end in such a moment, that that shapes your life. And with the samskara, with the kid getting bit and stuff like that.
So Kevin, can we actually back up a little bit, because that's not actually where we started, right? Where did we start? What did you first say to me? You had a question.
Yeah, my question was, how do you distinguish between the feeling of not wanting to die, but not wanting to live?
Yeah.
So I personally feel that I don't want to die, but I really don't want to live.
Yeah, beautiful.
And that was the
And what was it that brought that on? Do you remember what we talked about first? You're jumping to the punchline,
Yeah,
buddy.
there was yeah, I'm sorry. That was my girlfriend leaving.
Yeah.
And that shook up how my expectations were of the future. And I feel like it has only gotten worse. But
what's gotten worse?
But that was really the trigger. I found out today that she might be already seeing someone else, and I feel like reflecting on that, I feel like the thought I had about maybe trying to get it to work, or in any shape or form trying to get it to work, might have been shattered now. And I built all my expectations of reality and all my joy in a life with her.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna take it.
That was.
We're going to take a step back, okay? So the first thing to understand is that. So my recollection, Kevin, from what we talked about last time, is that you had said that you're not quite. It's not that you're suicidal and you want to kill yourself, but you just don't see anything worth living in life. It's that life sort of lacks purpose or zest, and that for
and
go ahead.
And we actually talked about. I actually had been feeling that like that before I met her 5 years ago. So that's a long time of feeling that that she was the only thing worth living for.
Absolutely.
And I had that feeling before that, and the feeling goes way back into my teenage years.
So I think a lot like Reckful. So from what I remember from our conversation, you had felt like life was purposeless, and then you met her, and once you met her, then suddenly like you can start to build a life. You can start to move forward because you can live with her. You guys are going to get married. You're going to have kids. Blah blah blah. Yada yada yada. Maybe not. But that you can sort of start to construct a life that has purpose and meaning. But the truth is that that's actually not like a real like purpose. That's just a distraction. Right? And so you start to build this life, you kind of put all your eggs in one basket. And that's
I did.
Absolutely. And then what happens is once you break up, then you feel like your life is purposeless, but the truth is that the purposelessness began way before her. So what do you want to talk about today? Do you want to talk about the origin of the purposelessness? Do you want to talk about the prospect of her like dealing with sort of the feelings that she may be dating someone again and what that brings up for you? Because even if you know that she's not really the root of the problem, it can be really hard to shake all of the negative emotions.
Yeah, I feel like, especially today, I would have said talk about my past and with my dad and stuff like that. But the feeling I got today was quite intense.
Let's talk about today, buddy.
Yeah,
have to start with today.
I found out that she's using like we haven't divided anything. We've been living together for 3 years, so it's quite a lot. And I found out that she's been she was buddies with this one guy while we were dating, and now that we're not, she's gotten to loan some transportation card or whatever. And I find out essentially by checking that, not stalking. I was just checking to make sure it is system in Denmark, but that she was going to his address. It just showed up. I thought it was my card. I have two, so she could have one when we were together. And I found out essentially that she's been going to this guy. And after we talked, I kind of tried to make my mind aware that we might not ever again be together. And I think that the little
you tried to make your mind aware
I
of that, or the mind started thinking that automatically.
I tried to make my mind figure that, but like I'm still sleeping 20 hours a day, and I'm still not eating, and and essentially that shattered. Like before, 100% of my life was trying to get this to work, and I tried to like put my mind into the like I'm gonna try like 20% of it has to. I thought made sense of trying to get this to work, and maybe she needs time and stuff like this. But I feel like the chance has diminished so much that I think it gives me a sense of new meaningless.
Yeah. So what is your okay, so let's just think about this for a second. So on the one hand, it sounds like you recognize that your lack of purpose has nothing to do with your relationship.
Yeah, I feel.
And at the same time, you've built up this sense of purpose, which your mind has gotten used to, right? It's become a part of you. That you were deriving a sense of purpose. It was sort of like you're thirsty and you're moving through a desert and there's no water anywhere, and you find an oasis, which is her, and she's giving you water. And this relationship is keeping you alive. And then the relationship ends, and then suddenly you're back in the desert again. And not only that, but you're thinking, maybe I can find that oasis again. Like maybe if I put effort into it, we can be together again. And then you find this thing on the transportation card, which sort of tells you like, oh, like actually like the oasis is probably never going to be there.
Yeah, like the chance is slim, and I really feel that the thought that I might not ever find this oasis with water again is like I want to be with her like logically, and I think she's a kind, sweet person. I love her a lot, obviously, and but I think the only thing that has given me any form of drive lately has been like she would come over last week and divide some stuff, and that was the first time I showered. It was the first time I ate. It was the first time I actually cleaned.
How do you feel about that?
It makes me really sad.
What's sad about that?
Because I think it's the thought of maybe never again experiencing that the way she made me feel. Like and the prospect of a family, and the prospect of a family with her. I think the connection we made, we were both, when we were sitting and talking when we met last, like we weren't mad at each other, we weren't, and we got to saying that maybe we should have been friends before we became before we got together. And I think the prospect of going forward without that really really hits me.
Hits you in what way?
Yeah, I think it goes back to feeling fulfilled, being happy.
Okay. So I think you've grown attached to this relationship, right? Which is normal. And we talked last time about how like pain is, you can't avoid pain or negative emotion in life, but attachment is what leads to suffering. So it's expectation that leads to true suffering.
Yeah.
Right? It's like when I'm opening a present and I think it's going to be a new iPhone and it turns out to be an Android. Well, I would actually be happy, but other people
but a pep suck. Yeah.
And it's like when a movie that you've heard everything about, you've heard everyone says it's awesome, it's awesome, it's awesome, and it disappoints. That's because expectation is actually the real devil. But in your case, I think there's way more going on than sadness. So she made you feel a certain way, fine. Is there grief that should happen over the relationship? Absolutely. But I think that there's more than sadness. Are you detecting any other emotions?
Hopelessness.
Okay. Tell me about that.
We talked last time about how everything I did in my life was really revolved around building this expectation, like building the I'm looking forward to getting my degree so that we can have more money and we can go on adventures together. And when I was at school, the only reason why I would want to get through the day was to get home to her, and that feeling.
Yeah. Sounds like you had really become dependent on her to motivate you.
Yeah. And most of the time I would skip school just to relax with her. And I think that, and I have a lot of guilt over sorry, someone messaged me. I have a lot of guilt about me not trying hard enough. That's really I'm very susceptible to the feeling of failure and the feeling of missing out. That hits me really hard.
Why? So let's absolutely, man. So we're gonna get to that because I think that's actually the real problem. So we're gonna talk about this in a second, okay? So tell me, why do you think you're so susceptible to the feeling of failure?
That's a hard one.
Yep.
I'm sorry, my voice is quivering. I'm really trying really hard to speak clear and loudly.
You can quiver.
Being Danish and
it's
all.
Okay.
The first time I wanted to kill myself was 5.5 years ago. And that was because I was I was fulfilling the I was trying to do an education that I know my father would be proud of. Which I really didn't want to do. So I think I've been chasing this acceptance and love from my father all this time.
Yeah. Sounds like someone's been doing some thinking over the last week.
Like I've known these things for years. I'm aware of them. But I have a really hard time opening up about it because I know that I would cry and I would feel like this.
How do you
and this feels like shit.
Okay. So you feel
Yeah.
bad right now?
I hate
What
yeah.
feels bad? Tell me.
Every time I cry, it feels like physical pain.
Absolutely.
In my head and in my chest, and yeah.
That's
Sorry.
okay. So we're gonna help you with that physical pain for a moment.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna talk about the psychology of it, okay? So the first thing that we're gonna do is
Yeah.
we're gonna try to calm you down a little bit. So sit up straight, close your eyes. We're gonna do another kind of meditation. So I'm gonna teach you something called triphasic breathing. Okay? So sit up straight. And I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to try to keep your chest still. But as you inhale, move your abdomen. So move your belly. Push your belly out as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, pull your belly in. Breathe in, push the belly out. As you breathe out, pull the belly in. So with each breath, I want you to move your belly button out and then in. Out and then in. So just do that for a moment. And now what I want you to do is when you breathe in, so breathe in with your belly first and then expand your chest. There you go. Expand it out wide and then breathe out. And bring your belly in again. Get that last bit of air out. Beautiful. And now, one more breath. And then the last phase is raise your shoulders. Pull your shoulders up. Up. Good, like that. And then out. So first the belly, then the chest, and then the last little bit is with the shoulders. And then out.
Oh shit. I've been talking to myself all this time because I cancelled my mic.
And one more breath.
Damn it. I wonder how long I've been talking to.
Now just sit. Eyes closed.
Okay.
Feel your head. Feel your chest.
I guess.
What do you feel?
Much more calm.
Okay.
I guess this is fine, but
So, Kevin,
30 minutes.
Point number
I
one.
can give to myself.
You gotta stop running away from the feelings.
Get to.
They're piling up.
This
They're
place
overwhelming you.
Here.
Yeah.
The reason that you feel
I felt that
purposeless, like you
for a long
can't
time.
feel meaning in life, because anytime, so the place that meaning comes from is the same place that negative emotions come from. Because remember, this whole point about dharma is that dharma gives you purpose despite negative emotions. The problem is that you can't find dharma because you're running away from the negative emotions. Dharma is the most pure dharma that you can.
Reprimand. You got the reprimand?
Hey, Discern listeners, a lot of you have been asking me to talk about how Dr. K had his medical license reprimanded recently. So let's get into it. I have read the report that the state licensing board submitted, and also I have read the statements from Dr. K and Healthy Gamer, and I've watched some of the videos put out by Dr. K in which he talks about the situation. And one of the reasons why I want to talk about this today is that there seems to be a lot of confusion online as to what this means, with some people saying it's not that big of a deal, and other people saying that Dr. K should have his license removed, or they even think that this means that his license has been removed and he has been charged with a crime or something. So I thought we would get into it here. It makes sense that people are confused because it's pretty confusing if you're not in the profession. And I should say that I'm not a medical provider. Dr. K is a psychiatrist, and I live in the world of psychology and marriage and family therapy and counseling. But the ethical codes and the considerations are very, very similar. Now, some of you might not know who Dr. K is, so I thought I would just give you a quick primer here. Dr. K, and honestly, I don't know that much about him. I, of course, have watched some of his content, and people have referred a lot of his content to me over the years. And from what I've seen, he seems like he's on the up and up, a very respectable guy, doing a lot of really wonderful things in society, helping a lot of people. But I can't comment on everything he's done, obviously. So a little primer on him is that he is a psychiatrist, and he is on Twitch and on YouTube. He on YouTube has 2.5 million subscribers, so he's very, very popular. He graduated from Tufts University School of Medicine in 2014. He has been a licensed psychiatrist practicing medicine in Massachusetts since 2017. He is board certified in psychiatry, meaning that he has additional training and has passed additional testing. It's a major pain in the ass. Board certification in psychiatry is rough, and just getting the degree is rough. So he's been through a lot and proven himself to know what he's talking about. He also has a private practice, and he is the primary owner of Healthy Gamer GG, which I'm not exactly sure what the organization is in its entirety, but I know that they are making content, like Psychology in Seattle, for example. It's an organization. It's not just me. It's, there's employees and whatnot. So Healthy Gamer GG, I'm imagining, just a guess, that it started out as just him. And then as things became bigger, he incorporated and had employees and, all the kind of stuff. And in terms of how Healthy Gamer advertises itself, quote, "It is a mental health platform that provides content like YouTube and Twitch stuff, but they also provide coaching and community resources to help young people take control of their mental health and their lives." So it's not just content provision, but it's also providing coaching and community resources. Community resources, I'm guessing classes or helpful handouts, I'm guessing, I don't know, tools. From my understanding, Healthy Gamer, the organization, has a number of coaches under their employment that when people reach out to Dr. K or Healthy Gamer, they are referred to these coaches, I'm guessing. Now, of course, coaching is not a clinical service in the least. So I have some thoughts on that, of course, but you know, if coaching is provided in a responsible way, it can be a wonderful service for people. All right, so let's get into the licensing board complaint and report. And I should say at the outset that I'm not a scholar in this topic. There are people who know a lot more about this. The thing that I can offer is my own professional opinion. I also consider myself to be an expert not only in ethics, but also in the provision of online content by clinicians. I have been a podcaster and a YouTuber for 16 years and have made it my responsibility to make sure that I am following the ethical codes and am following the law and not harming the clients, my clients, or the public, or my own students or supervisees. So there's that. Also, as a supervisor, I not only had to supervise my supervisees in terms of their clinical work, but I also had to make sure that they were following the ethical codes, and that means I need to understand them forwards and backwards. Also, I took it upon myself to write a white paper on clinicians using social media to provide content. I wanted to comb through the literature and the research. You can find that white paper on my website. So when I comment, I am commenting mainly from that place, but my knowledge of the details of this story is limited because I haven't watched that content. I considered watching it all, but it would have taken me weeks to go through it. There's just too much. So I'll just say that from the outset. All right. So what happened? Well, this is all from the report from the licensing board, by the way. There might be additional details, but these are the relevant details. This is the result of the investigation. And I appreciate the licensing board's report. Some of these reports can be quite poorly written, but this one was clear and understandable. So in December of 2019, Dr. K interviewed someone by the name of Reckful. That's their online name. Their actual name is Byron Bernstein. And Reckful, we'll refer to him as Reckful moving forward because that's the way everyone knows him. He was a prominent Twitch streamer, particularly for playing World of Warcraft, is my understanding. So Dr. K interviewed Reckful for about 2 hours on a Twitch live stream in December of 2019. And they talked about depression, bipolar, suicide, and psilocybin. You know, it was a 2-hour long conversation, so there's a lot of things happening. During that conversation, Dr. K acknowledged that his colleagues worried that he could be sued if someone on his stream died by suicide. Also, Dr. K offered Reckful to reach out to Dr. K if Reckful had thoughts of killing himself. So it sounds like in this first interview, this first online discussion, it's not a session, it's not clinical, officially anyway. They talked about his depression, his bipolar, his suicidal thoughts, and Dr. K said, hey, you know, if you ever are thinking about killing yourself, you know, feel free to reach out to me. All right, so let me talk about providing therapy during a live stream or providing clinical psychiatric services over a live stream. Contrary to what a lot of people think, there is a way to provide clinical services during a live stream in an ethical and legal manner. Clinicians have been doing this sort of thing for decades, prior to the internet even. There's a famous set of films by Carl Rogers and Fritz Perls and Albert Ellis. The slang title is the Gloria tapes, but these were therapy sessions that were recorded, filmed, actual film, you know, and published. And, so we've been doing this for a long time. The reason why we do this sort of thing is so that we can educate clinicians that are in training or current clinicians. Also, it's a way to get the word out to the public as to what therapy might look like, or there might be principles or lessons that are learned in the session that the public can benefit from. That's always the way that we think about ethical decision making. It's not do this and don't do that. it's given every situation, is the benefit enough that it justifies taking the risk? If we avoid all risks, then we wouldn't be able to do much beyond a very narrow band of behaviors. But sometimes we want to go outside of that a little bit while considering, is there enough benefit to justify the risk here? And that's how we make those decisions. So for someone like Dr. K to have a talk with Reckful during a live stream that might look kind of like therapy, there's a risk there, right? Reckful might think of it as therapy, even though you might be very clear to Reckful, and from my understanding, Dr. K was. He would tell people this is not therapy, just so you understand. Also, the audience might think of it as therapy and think that it's okay to live stream therapy, which could be harmful to the public, could be harmful to our profession. So is the benefit enough that justifies taking those risks and other risks? Well, I don't know specifically, but often there is a benefit as long as you take the proper precautions, because from my understanding, Dr. K does a lot of good in the world. A lot of people watch these live streams or these videos and learn things about themselves and are made to feel validated about their own emotions, even though they're not involved in the conversation. And that's incredibly helpful. Also, some people might see it and go, oh, maybe I should get a therapist. There's a lot of benefits to it. I don't know specifically about this particular discussion, but that's the way that we think in our field. And I should say that I've thought about doing this over my 16 years, but I've just never had the time to look into it, to look into how to do it ethically. And I also, I don't know, it's just not high on my priority list, really. But if I had 10 clones of myself, one of them would be doing this sort of thing. The other thing worth pointing out is that just because you have a psychiatrist or a clinician who is talking on the internet, live stream, with someone about their depression and their thoughts of suicide, that doesn't mean that it is a clinical service. For example, for myself, if a friend were to come to me, this isn't online, if they were to come to me and they were to tell me about how they have PTSD or they have some sort of reaction to something, and I'm like, it kind of sounds like PTSD or something like, and then they say, well, what do you mean? And I say, well, tell me more about this. And okay, that sounds like a symptom of PTSD. As long as I am not crossing the line into treatment and I'm clear to my friend that this is not a replacement for treatment and I'm not providing treatment to them right now, I'm also not diagnosing them right now because that is not considered ethical. I might say something, and I recently said this to a friend after having a long conversation, that I'm guessing that if they were evaluated, they would be diagnosed with the following, But I said, I can't know if that's what's going to happen or not. You're just going to have to go to a clinician and be properly treated and assessed. But also, if we were to periodically, like once a week for an hour, talk about their issues, even if I said, hey, this isn't therapy, it's starting to look like therapy, generally speaking, in terms of the way I described it, that should be something we should steer away from. Now, the reason for all this isn't that we just have this rule about boundaries. It's because we're concerned about harming people. We don't want to risk harming people. Is it necessarily true that I'm going to harm someone if I did that, if I met periodically with a friend about their PTSD? Not necessarily. It's not guaranteed that I'm going to harm them, but the harm is greater, and it's not justified because there are plenty of clinicians out there who would be able to help them. Now, what would be the harm? Well, as their friend, I would lose objectivity. We could never be fully objective with anybody, but as their friend, I know their part. If they were to complain to me about their spouse, and that spouse is maybe even a closer friend than the person talking to me, then I have a conflict of interest. And I could go down a long road of all the various things that could happen when we have these multiple relationships. But suffice it to say, it's harm that we're concerned about, not following a particular rule. Okay, so let's get back to the report. So there was that first meeting in December 2019 in which they talked about depression, suicide. The same month, December 2019, Dr. K and Reckful live streamed an interview that was 1 hour and 20 minutes long. They talked about Reckful's history with therapy, among other things. Dr. K also suggested that he and Reckful meet every week for 4 to 8 weeks to address his loneliness. So it's starting to kind of sound like treatment. I don't know if this is one of the things that Dr. K would look back on and say, I don't know if I would word it like that or do that these days. I don't know. All right, so January, the next month in 2020, Dr. K and Reckful connected for a third live-streamed interview that lasted over 2 hours, in which they talked about depression, Reckful's brother's suicide, and also psychedelics. So it's just a continuation of conversation. January 2020, another meeting, 1 hour and 50 minutes. They talk about borderline personality disorder in addition to other things. Dr. K in this meeting stated that he would try to love Reckful for 2 years. So this, taken out of context, for some might sound very strange, possibly unethical, that you have a psychiatrist, a clinician that's providing counseling services, that he would say, I'm going to try to love you as my friend or as this coaching client, or it's unclear what exactly the role was there. It sounds like, from the description anyway, that that's in response to the borderline personality. So let me very briefly talk about this topic. So for experts in borderline and in a lot of personality disorders and in ancillary kinds of issues, it can be very helpful if the therapist provides what we call a corrective experience. We use our relationship in therapy as a helpful mechanism for the client. For example, with people with borderline personality disorder, often their trauma is that they were abandoned and or betrayed severely and repetitively, abusively growing up. And a part of their issues and their symptoms, their behaviors, their emotional issues stem from this belief that they are always going to be abandoned and they're always going to be betrayed and no one's ever going to love them. And as therapists, we might see it that way. There's different ways of looking at it, but that's the way that experts will see it, such as myself. And when we're trying to help a client to believe that other people can be trusted, not everybody, but some people, it can be really hard for us to convince them of that when they are in relationships outside of the office and things don't always go well, oftentimes because they are misinterpreting other people's behavior. So we can use the relationship in therapy because, at least for myself, when I'm treating someone with borderline, I know what I'm thinking and feeling, or generally speaking. And if the client were to interpret my behavior as abandoning or secretly hateful of them, which can often be the case, I can be right there and say, no, that's not what I'm thinking, and I can prove it to them. Whereas if they come into the session and they say, so-and-so, I know they secretly hate me because this is, I don't know, maybe that person does secretly hate them, but I do know that I don't hate them, and I do know that I can make up for it, and I'm trained, and I have, consultants and a lot of experience navigating those waters. And so through that relationship, they can have a corrective experience where they can have at least one relationship where they could say, okay, maybe I am lovable, maybe I can trust other people, and they can use that as a jumping off platform to expand their.
Okay, no, I think it's good for now, I think. Doing a bit by bit. This was a bit slow. Kind of bummed out. I missed out on a raid, so it is what it is. Oh, I did the. Oh, I think this one is a better choice, right? Damn it. I don't know actually. Is it? Ava. I mean, yeah. Why don't I get both or something? Kind of sucks. That new weapon is crazy though. I wonder if the... What do these give? Oh. Sheesh. Okay. That's crazy. Okay, crazy and doable. I'll what else do I have? Terrell Zone. Okay, those are the two big guys, and then there should be some wanted poster or something. And this is stockades, right? So, but I need to kill like one of these guys to open up a. Yeah, this is Fangor, and this is what? Nothing. Okay. So we got Fangor, and I also want the Shadow Pendants. I'm not sure if I have that. I should. Yeah, I do. Okay. Okay, that's fine. But I need to get to Darkshire. Thank you. I'm running out of alchemy mats, so I'll need to probably train, but we'll do it later. I'll take it easy. No dying here. No dying allowed. So yeah, see you next stream.